Great. Thank you, Carlos. And good morning, everyone. It's nice to be here with you. And thank you again for the invitation. It's always a pleasure to talk about some of these issues and also about solutions. I know we're also always solutions oriented at FIU, so that's great to hear. And also, hello, Nadia. It's great to see you as well. I know we worked in the past together. Yeah, so as Carlos mentioned, I am currently a NOAA Sea Grant Knauss Fellow. And I've been placed in a joint position working with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Institute for Water Resources, and then as well as a nonprofit and coastal advocacy group called Coastal States Organization. And so this fellowship, for those who aren't familiar with it, is basically just a one-year paid fellowship that's funded through NOAA Sea Grant. And it offers recent graduates, current students, either PhD or master's, or JD graduates to participate in federal experiences, either within the executive branch or legislative branch. So there are some folks who are placed as a assistant to a particular senator. They can serve on a legislative committee for any number of issues, or in my case, serving on the executive branch, working on some more tangible and or on the ground projects. So that's what I chose to go with. And it's been just a few months now. I started February 1st. So I'm still very new to the trenches, as Carlos mentioned. But it's been absolutely wonderful. I mean, I'm learning a ton. And I think it's very humbling to be in a spot where, coming from a PhD program, you feel like you have to be the one who's on top of all the details of your project and of that topic in the room. And now being in a place where I just have to be able to listen and to absorb and to communicate in different ways is a challenge, but one challenge that has been really rewarding so far. So yeah, I don't know if you have any questions about the fellowship, about some of my work at Army Corps or Coastal States, or just about some of the issues that you're already talking about with this flying series. So feel free to share those thoughts.
Well, Matt, I just want to say congratulations on getting the fellowship. I mean, I hadn't even realized you graduated because COVID has made everything so weird and you miss all these things. So that's wonderful. Could you tell us a little bit more about your work with the Army Corps? Are you still working in the South Florida region or?
Yeah, of course. I will mention, so I have not yet defended the,
Okay.
and by summer, yes. So that's also a great thing about the fellowship. I can still continue research and writing while I participated. So I will say that. Yeah, so my work with the Army Corps, I'm housed within headquarters, which is in Alexandria, Virginia. And so there is this Institute for Water Resources. They think of themselves as somewhat of a creative think tank. And it's been really wonderful because they are truly interdisciplinary. There's everyone from economists to social scientists to ecologists, and of course the engineers who focus on the solutions to some of the barriers and challenges that might arise with design and implementation. And so a lot of my work has been focused on nature-based solutions, finding ways to incorporate natural infrastructure into the traditional fold of civil works. And it's a large and it's a tall order. It's an interesting one because there are so many folks that are interested in doing that. But, of course, at large, Army Corps is such a big organization. And the projects that are tackled at headquarters are so large in scale. I'd like to say that I am rooted within some of the issues within South Florida. I'm trying to, tie back into some of the projects that are happening currently in and around Miami. But I will say that it's been really helpful to hear about what's happening on the West Coast, happening in the Great Lakes region. And we'll hear a bit about that today as well from Lucinda Johnson, which is great. And it's great because I think, and I'll talk a little bit about shared experience, but the power of storytelling and learning from some of those experiences that others have faced that might not be the exact type of disaster that we're used to, but it's all about how we overcome and arise to that. And I've been surprised at how much storytelling is part of the equation here at federal level. So, yeah, hopefully it answers your question.
No, that's awesome. And yeah, sorry about about not defending, and I had no idea, but that's really great that you can even start, before that and, kind of work and progress.
Yes, 100%. And I definitely encourage, I mean, I'm sure all of you are more than qualified to be part of the fellowship. I had such limited policy experience in the past, and I think each and every one of you probably has more policy experience than I did when I applied. So I would say definitely, if you're interested at all in participating, take a look at NOAA Secret website, Knauss Fellowship, for sure. Great. I know we're limited on time.
A question.
Sorry.
How did you find that you have improved on your like storytelling like capabilities? Like, what do you think helped you with that?
Great question. So I think the first piece, and it's probably pretty obvious, but it's just to learn how to listen effectively and to absorb that information that might be pertinent for future conversations. Because a lot of storytelling is crafting the historical legacies of others and understanding where some of those hardships lie when it comes to climate resilience and risk management. But also then effectively communicating what you see as a vision. And I think a vision is important when storytelling. And it was hard for me at first because there were so many things happening at the federal level, and I was so used to the local, possibly state level for so long. I think a big part of that learning experience was creating and applying logic models. So understanding short, mid, long-term planning, goals, objectives, how to adapt when you don't meet one of those short-term goals. It comes down, I think, in a lot of ways to scenarios planning. So understanding alternative scenarios and how you might overcome some of those challenges that might arise that you didn't foresee. And so the storytelling is largely hinged on some of that logic that you could, in a sense, model. And because I come from a quantitative background, that really helped me to solidify some of those pieces. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
Any final questions for Matt before we enter the green room phase of preparing for our program? Here's your chance.
Just before we go, I'll mention, if you have any questions about anything, if you're interested in hearing more about some of the stuff that I'm doing and potential collaborations, I'm definitely always looking to collaborate with fellow colleagues at FIU and joining some of those forces to the federal workforce. So feel free. I mean, we can think of this as a peer-to-peer information exchange. And so I can send my information to you all after, just in case you wanted to set a brief call. So feel free to reach out.
And actually, for Matt's benefit, but also we have another one of our panelists that's going to be participating today, Dr. Alex Schlichting from the MITRE Corporation. Gentlemen, these are some of our students that are participating in the 3 seminar. If the students wouldn't mind, just a quick introduction. And there's Andrew Huff as well from our partner, the Build Strong Coalition. Quick intro of the students that are in the green room with us now. Your name and major, because outside of that, we need to get ready for the program, but I do want them to have a flavor of the disciplines. Go right ahead.
Hi, I'm Kristen, graduate student here at FIU, and I have a background in biology, but I'm actually now studying geosciences.
Moving
Hi,
along.
I'm Nadia's. Oh, sorry.
Go right ahead, Nadia.
Sure. I'm Nadia Cedaram. I'm a PhD candidate in the Earth System Science program.
Hi, I am Marcelo Valladares. I am an undergraduate student in the Environmental Studies program.
Hi, I'm Amanda DiPerna, and I'm a marine biology undergraduate major.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Ramirez. I'm a student of the Master of Arts in Global Affairs.
Hi, my name is Diana Garcia, and I'm an undergraduate student studying international relations.
Hi, my name is Joshua Nolasco, and I'm an undergraduate political science major.
And
Go ahead.
hey, hi, Maureen. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Maureen Thompson. I'm a PhD candidate in history department.
Hi, good morning. My name is Lázaro Bosch. I'm an undergrad student studying digital media and communication, and I have a passion for science communication and a background at NASA HQ for their communication division.
All right. I think we got everyone. So I guess now we hand it over to our collaborators. And those of you that are joining us early, we just had a little pre-session with one of our alums that's doing great work, a Knauss fellow at NOAA that is now based at US Army Corps. So, all right, and we're at the 10-minute mark, so I think I'll hand it over to Todd or Alex when we're ready to get started. Good morning, Andrew and Alex Schlichting.
Good morning.
Thank you all for joining us.
Morning, everybody.
Everyone who just joined the pre-session, you're welcome to stay on. If you could just mute your video and mic, that would be very much appreciated. We're just going to confirm all the speakers are in, and then we'll stay in this room, but we'll invite all attendees into this main room and get started with the main program. So we'll just confirm that all the speakers are here shortly, but please let me know if you need anything in the meantime. If you have any questions about the run through, I'm happy to answer, and we'll get started promptly at 9 a.m.